welcome to Gabie's Knit Goodies podcast. I am Gabie, and this is my little dog Wookie, who's sleeping on my knitting. I am Gabie, and I have 3 kids. I am a dog and 2 cats and a husband, and I homeschool my kids as well as knitting, and I challenge myself with pattern writing and design and enjoy that too. I am super excited today because I finished this shawl that I'm wearing, and this is my own design that I've made and written up. And it's finally done, and it's still plenty cold. It's just the beginning of January, so I have plenty of time to wear it this winter, so I'm super excited. I am also looking for test knitters, so keep that in mind if you're interested. The pattern is written, and it'll probably be ready here really shortly, hopefully by the time we get the podcast up to send out if anybody's interested in knitting it. It uses 2 skeins of fingering weight. I used Malabrigo singles in lot 100 is the dark one, and then the lighter speckledy one is called Piano. 100% merino, and then 1 ball of Rowan Kidsilk Haze. I think that's 25 grams. This is that Piano again. I got my yarn, the 2 Malabrigos, when I was at the Outer Banks as a souvenir at the beach. And so I wanted to make something that reminded me of vacation. So this is my souvenir shawl, and it reminds me of the ocean and the beach. I feel like this dark color makes me think of the deep ocean, and this makes me think of the like the beginning of a wave or closer to shore. And then this is like the foaminess of the ocean, like when the wave breaks and crashes on the shore. And then this is like a sandy, watery feel to it to me. So it's my souvenir shawl that reminds me of the beach. Like I said, it is a triangular shawl, asymmetric though. So you start with garter, section 1, and then it is just stockinette stitch in the mohair with eyelets. So just yarn overs. Then I threw in some 2-color brioche in this section. Now it's a very simple 2-color brioche. If you're new to brioche, it would be a great project because there are no increases or decreases in the brioche stitch. It's just straight brioche. And then I did, in order to keep my shape, I did an increase on the side here, but this section is all just garter. So you don't have to learn how to do any increase or decrease in your brioche stitch. So it's good for new brioche knitters, which I only learned brioche like a few months ago anyways, maybe about 6 months ago. And then this last section is all garter again. So I love it. You can wear it a bunch of different ways. If you love the mohair, you can have that kind of be your dominant thing and wrap it around like that. Or, let's see. Oh, I also wanted to show. So on this side, the lighter color of the brioche is the one you see the most, the dominant color. And when you flip it over, the darker one shows a little bit more. So that's the cool thing about a brioche fabric, is you get those 2 different sides. So also where that brioche section is a big section here. And so then you kind of see all three. So I'm super excited about it. Please let me know if you want to test it. I am looking for multiple testers, and I haven't put it out anywhere else for testing just yet. So I would love for you to do it. It just would require 2 skeins of, which are about 400 yards of fingering weight. I used Malabrigo singles, but you could use whatever type you wanted. Just the weight needs to be fingering weight. And then I used the Rowan Kidsilk Haze, but I've also used in other things a Knit Picks mohair, kid mohair, and that one really feels the same. Feels almost identical to the Rowan Kidsilk Haze, and I think it's probably a little bit cheaper. So I only needed 25 grams of that. So I will have more details, I guess, below in my description box, and just let me know if you're interested in testing. I think I'll probably run it through email, and I just require mainly just a picture and feedback. If you have any questions, or if anything's confusing or needs more explanation or rewording, or if you find a number that's wrong, I just let me know what you're thinking as you knit the pattern, and if there's anything that I could do better in it. So I can't wait to see what you guys think of it, and I really hope that somebody will test it that's on here. I guess the other thing I have today, I don't have a lot to show you in terms of projects, but I have, oh, my dog is laying on all of my yarn here. I have made progress on my Ramblin' Woman sweater by Caitlin Hunter. I finally finished the body. And I just love how it looks. Again, this is acrylic yarn that my mom got me from a thrift store. It's like vintage acrylic yarn, and I think it looks beautiful, and I think it'll be really nice to have just a very durable, easy cardigan that I made to wear, because I love to wear my own knit garments, but sometimes if they're delicate and you can't just throw it in the wash, I might hesitate to wear it in certain circumstances with my children. But this one I would throw on any time, just because it's just acrylic, so I don't have to worry about it. The one issue I did have with this is the bottom here, the ribbing, keeps wanting to fold up, and because it's not wool, I'm not sure if that's going to get right. Like, I don't think it's gonna lay down nicely with blocking. I don't think that's gonna do much. So I'm thinking that in order to solve that, I might take out the bind off and put it back on the stitches and extend the ribbing at least another inch or 2. And I think that with a longer ribbing, it'll kind of, gravity will help keep it straight. What do you guys think? The problem is right where the stockinette stitch meets the ribbing, it folds up. It wants to fold up. So I'll try blocking it first, but I don't have a lot of hope. So I think I might have to put that back on the needles, which, that's a lot of stitches. But that's okay. After all the other work I've done on it, I want to be able to wear it and be happy with it. So I've started a sleeve. So it's starting to feel like it's getting close to being finished. I really want to finish it when it's still cold, before full spring gets here. It's only January, so I think I can do it. I have hope. I like how the sleeve's going. I like that she used a different pattern for the sleeve instead of trying to just mimic the body. I think that's kind of neat. The only thing I would have done a little different is where I put my beginning of round for the sleeve. If I read it correctly, she had you take your stitches that were on your waist yarn, put them back on your needles, then you pick up the stitches under the arm, and then put your beginning of round. And for this left side, that put the beginning of round right here. So instead of directly under the armpit, it's kind of, you know, right here on the front, the lower front. So that means if there's any jog in the pattern, I feel like it's going to be visible in the front. So I don't know that I like that a lot. It's especially because I'm using the acrylic, I feel like blocking it's not going to fix any mistakes or any mistakes in tension there, where I transition from one needle to the next here as I go around. I'm doing a magic loop for it. So I kind of wish that, and on the next sleeve, I'm going to put the beginning of round right here under the armpit in the middle of that. So I'll put beginning of round right in the middle of the stitches that I pick up under the arm. So that means that my beginning of round and any jog I have in my pattern, or any, you know, mistakes in tension or something, they're going to be right underneath as opposed to slightly forward. I think that would be better. So that's the only thing that I would change in the pattern, which is not much, but it makes a little bit of a difference. When you're going to all this trouble, you want it to be as perfect as you can make it. But it's looking good, isn't it? I'm excited. All right. I don't have any more knitting projects to show you, so I guess I will say goodbye for now. Again, let me know if there's anybody out there who wants to test knit this for me. I will give you the pattern for free, of course, and any corrections I make, I will give you the final pattern as well. So please let me know if you want that pattern to test for me. I can't wait to see what you guys think of it, and I hope you guys have a lovely week. Bye.